We just want to first of all welcome everybody to the Renovation Room, live in the Renovation Room. This new series we started late last year, and then starting off this year. We basically weekly or bi-weekly informational and educational conversations with some of our great professionals in the group. We've talked to a few contractors over the last few weeks. We also have, and I want to highlight some of our great professionals, such as Pam. We have Pamela Perkins here and brother Rodrick Carter. They're from the PRMG Home Renovation team. And they talk about money because none of this could take place if we don't have money in the picture.
No doubt. No
That means
doubt.
the customer needs the funds to do whatever type of project they need to do. And the contractors, of course, need to get paid to do the work that they do. So
Absolutely.
they're the link in between those two, and they have some great programs. I've had a great conversation with them already, and I said, well, I would love to get you guys on in front of our audience of now 36,000 more. Don't get nervous, but
That's
more than
already.
more than 36,000 members in the group, and not that everybody's on right now, but of course we always keep these and keep them for future reference. So
Good stuff.
everybody take your notes, go get if you had your dinner already, get your glass of wine or whatever you need. And we're going to let Rodrick and Pamela talk about PRMG home renovation. So thank y'all for joining us.
Okay.
So first of all, you guys want to talk a little bit about yourself and then maybe get into your company?
Yes,
Absolutely.
I'll do the fluff stuff. I'm like, and in contracting, I'm the one that brings in the furniture. That's what I do. He does.
Hi.
So
Oh, decorating?
yeah, I'm the decorator. I'm
Hey,
the
no,
interior.
say that with your chest. No, don't minimize that.
I'm the
You can't sell a house if it ain't
inside.
don't look right. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
So,
Yeah, for sure.
so bringing in the couch, I'm just gonna introduce us. I'm Pamela, as Kelvin mentioned, and that's Roderick. He is our team lead. We are the PRMG virtual closing team, and I'll explain what that means in just a minute. To give you just a little background about Paramount Residential Mortgage Group, as Kelvin said, PRMG, we say for short. We are a lender, right? But what makes us different from other lenders is number one, we are owned by, we are one of the largest lender companies owned by a minority. That's number one. Hey. Number two, number
The
two, we have
brains.
the turn it up. Number two, we have the same capabilities as banks when it comes to traditional fundings like purchasing a home, investment property, commercial property, and things like that. But what makes us different is we have other creative funding opportunities for people that are like self-employed, may have no credit at all, things like that. So we do have opportunities on a case-by-case basis, which makes us really, really unique in the industry. Also, I just want to go back to what I said. We are the PRMG virtual closing team. And what that means is that we not only bring you funding opportunities, we bring them to you anytime, anywhere by phone. So for example, if you're working with a client and you've done your scope of work and they're in agreement to the cost, but they need some extra funding and they need to know if they'll be approved for the funding, like on site. You all could have access to our application by way of the phone, QR code. They can put in their information and it'll give them a general estimate of whether or not they could be approved for the loan and how much it will cost. So we do, like Kelvin said, we do lots and lots and lots of programs through our company. We'll be here all day if I went through everything that we did. So we're just going to touch on a couple of things that we think will be most beneficial to the group, because we know that you guys have been talking about financial programs for renovation is specifically. So to add to that, we do have what I heard, I think that was last week's live. You talked about the 203K loans. Was that last week? Y'all talked about the 203K loans? You're on mute,
You're
Kelvin.
muted. You're on mute.
I'm sorry. Yeah, a
That's
few
okay.
weeks ago, yeah, we were talking. Oh, yeah, no, a couple
Oh,
weeks ago when we talked to Ernie and Sean
yeah.
Pinkston.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I,
the 203Ks.
okay.
Yeah.
That they gave good information. information, very detailed. They were right about everything. So if you guys haven't watched it and you want to know how the process goes from a contractor perspective, I would advise you to go back and watch that video if it's still posted. So we do offer funding opportunities for your clients to get funded for renovation through the 203K loan. We also have builder financing opportunities. So if you guys are partnering with developers, and there's funding needed for that project, or you're funding a project of your own for new development or building affordable housing, whatever your project is, we have programs for that as well. And what I like about our team is that collaboratively or collectively, we have over 60 years experience on our team. So there's no program that we haven't seen. There's no situation that we haven't experienced. And there's nothing, we say that there's nothing too hard to close, right? Because we can walk you through everything, and what you don't have, we have the resources and the patience to help you get through and understand what you need.
Perfect. Perfect. And then, like I said, I'm glad you reminded me of Ernie and Sean. They're on the contractors end of it, and we talked from that perspective. So you guys are on, of course, the lending side of things. And as we talked about, talked about with you guys, as you know, a couple of weeks ago, the Chicagoland area is ripe for 203 and this type of programs, because I mean, most of the housing and buildings, most of the buildings are over 100 years old. You know what I mean? So most of them need to be rehabbed anyway. So why not, get a property? And the market is tight right now. It's highly competitive. So why not find something that needs some work, customize it before you even move in, and then now you're moving into your dream home or building of sorts. So,
Yeah. Yes.
yeah.
We're like your personal finance team. You can consider us your personal finance team. You guys can give us a call. You can run scenarios by us if you need us to help structure a deal. If something fell through, let's say the client was with a whole nother lender, right? And it just fell through. You guys can bring that file to us, bring that client to us, and we'll look at it and see if there was anything missed or if there's anything creative we can do on our end to push it through.
Gotcha.
Hey, Don.
Yeah, had to bring. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. I was having problems with sound on my end, so I finally got it corrected, and Miss Nita came through like gangbusters, like she usually does.
That's how it
So,
works, bro. That's how it
yes,
works.
indeed, man. You know it, brother. I was panicking over here. Y'all probably could tell.
He's so fun.
Yeah. So can you mind, and brother Rodrick, we introduce you as well.
Yeah.
And I was impressed when I talked with you guys how long you've been in the business and everything.
Yeah.
So you want to talk a little bit about yourself, how you got started, and how long you've been
Absolutely.
doing it?
No problem. I actually started there in Harvey, Illinois. I'm now in Memphis, Tennessee. But my father owned a mortgage company in Harvey, Illinois back in 1993. And
Wow.
I went to Chicago State University, and I was a processor for
Okay.
him at his mortgage company. And I moved on from that, and I became me and Pam and I met when I was a assistant manager for Foot Locker. So while I was working for Foot Locker, I also was doing finance. I was flipping properties, actually. I was doing the finance, and I was flipping properties. This was in 94, 95 time frame.
Oh,
And I was in
what Foot
college.
Locker?
I was at I was at I was at 35th Foot Locker
Oh
for about
man.
2 years. 35th and King Drive. I was at North Riverside Park Mall. I finally got a I was a store manager up in North Chicago, up at what was the name of that? It was a strip mall up by the Cubs Stadium. And
Okay.
when I got up there, I stayed there a year. Then I moved to farther north, up by what was the name? It was up by Wilson up north. That was the last store I was at Foot Locker. But I left Foot Locker and I went to work at Marquette Bank. I was at Marquette Bank for probably 4 or 5 years in Naperville. Marquette had a branch out in Naperville, and I was out there. So I've been in banking ever since '93, but I had a little break in between. I was a loan officer part-time, and I was flipping properties. Then I went full-time at Marquette Bank. So from there, I've been at several different mortgage companies over the years up until now. pretty much all of I've ever done is finance. I actually also have my insurance license, and I also do insurance as well. So I married the insurance world to the mortgage world, and now that's what I do here with Pam here at PRMG.
That's
You still
awesome.
muted, bro. Yeah, thank
Sorry,
you.
Yes.
sorry.
I was
Yeah,
saying, you know what? My auntie used to be a manager at Foot Locker
What's
a
her
long time ago, and I
name?
worked with her.
What's her name?
April,
What's April
April
last name?
Childs.
I think I know April. She was in
She
April
actually
was in
just,
Brickyard.
yeah, she was
Brickyard,
at
right?
Brickyard.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember. I remember April.
get out of here.
yeah, April.
Small world. This is a small world.
Yeah. So the funny thing, she just visited me today. So the fact that you
Yeah,
mentioned her, I'm like, oh my goodness. And I was
yeah.
like, I
She
Yeah.
was
wonder if
in
you know
Brickyard.
April.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Corn Brookins hired me. I don't know if she knows Corn, but that's who
Cohen
hired me.
Brookins. Do you remember? What's your name?
Rod Carter.
Rod Carter. I was about to call you. Look, I done got y'all off of something else.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Hey, how you doing?
he worked at a lot of different Foot Lockers. Sorry, we done got
Yeah,
all off the thing, but it was just a coincidence.
That's
Sorry, go
that's
ahead,
cool.
Rod.
That's cool. No problem.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm still doing finance. I've been doing it for a little bit over 30 years, like 34 years now. I've done every transaction you can name of. I actually started as like I said, a property investor. I was an investor.
Yeah.
So I used to
Mhm,
go and put contracts on the property. I was doing wholesaling before wholesaling was a popular thing
mhm,
back
Wow.
in the day. So yeah,
mhm.
so but
You
but,
could
but I
teach a
found
class now,
I
for
could,
real, and
I
sell your
really could, but
yeah.
it's too much going on the finance side. But what I did was I found that the finance side kind of helped me to figure out how to structure deals.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
now
okay.
that's what we offer to the group. If as far as structuring deals, whether it comes to fix and flip, uh, hard money loans, 203K, renovation through HomeStyles, which is a Fannie Mae product, the same as 203K. Any of those, it's based on the structure. You can get into the deal and the structure is not good, and the deal it won't close. So you have to
Mhm.
make sure the deal is structured properly up front, so you can make sure it closes on time.
Yeah, that's phenomenal, brother. And I'm glad you walked down your history in the industry because I wanted to do that to let people know that they not new to this.
Right,
They true to
I
for
this.
was
sure,
Yeah, they've been
for
doing this
sure.
for some time. And just to
Yeah.
touch real quick on the Thornton connection, I actually went to Thornton Township in Harvey.
Okay.
Uh, and then of course I'm a
A
Bears
Bears
fan, and
fan. I'm a Bears fan as well.
oh my
My
man, my
wife and
man.
I go back and forth all the time. She a Steelers fan, so
Oh,
yes,
well,
but I'm a
man, I know
Bears
she be,
fan. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I
So
know
so
she
we have Justin Fields conversations all the time
yeah,
because
yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah.
also went to University of Georgia, and Justin was at
Oh,
University of Georgia
that's
for a
right.
year
That's
before he
right. That's
went
right.
to Ohio State. So
oh
That's
we
wow.
right.
always have debates about Justin Fields and the Bears and the Steelers. So
My
yeah,
man, my man. But yeah, and then of course Antoine Randall. I
yeah,
was a senior. He was a freshman there, so
for
he's a
sure.
coach with the Bears now. So I just
Okay,
thought it's a small world. It's a very
for
small
sure,
world.
for
It
sure.
But
is.
uh, but yeah. So I actually got your list here of the type of projects that you guys actually the type of projects that you finance, and if you don't mind, I could read some of these
No
off.
problem.
But
Go ahead.
people want to. So we already talked about. Of course, you guys do the 203Ks and home style traditional renovation loans. I see here structural additions or repairs, kitchen and bathroom remodels, finished basements, attics, or finished attics, patios, decks, and terraces, roofing and landscaping. And like Pam said, it's an extensive list here
Yeah,
for the
Right.
types of projects that you got. And also, you guys, did I hear the last time we talked that you guys also do hard money lending?
we do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
do.
That's what he just
so
said.
investor funding for anybody that's not familiar with that term. If you want to buy a home and flip it, fix and flip like they do on HGTV and make it look so easy,
Right.
they do that too. So y'all, you guys pretty much do the gambit of lending for renovations.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So Pam, so this is all. I want to thank you guys also for joining our young, now about a year old Renovation Room Business Association.
Yes,
We
sir.
appreciate you guys.
No problem.
Um,
Thanks for
and,
having us.
and and it's really just the thing. Like I can talk to you guys. We're just looking to bring people together and network and share resources. and try to grow,
Yes, sir.
collectively grow is the goal of what a lot of this. So I just appreciate you all
Appreciate you.
so much with that. And now you guys are based right, physically based in Memphis, or you in both
Well,
Illinois and Memphis?
well, PRMG is a Pam, if you don't mind, I'll answer that. PRMG is a company where you can have a net branch. So
Mm.
I'm the net branch owner for Memphis, Tennessee, and Pam came to me when she was getting her license, and she was like, "I need someone to sponsor me." So Pam is in Arizona. I'm in Memphis, but
Right. All right.
our home office is in Corona, California, but our
Okay.
regional office is in Atlanta, Georgia.
Nice.
So
Nice.
we everything is virtual with us though. I mean,
Nice.
we're on team calls all day. We're talking back and forth to the underwriters. So everything is family within the virtual world. We talk back and forth to them, and we try to bring that experience to our consumer so they can come on to our virtual world and they can see what's going on with their loan as well.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, and that's of course modern. I mean, that's the type of world we live in.
Right.
Business is literally being done worldwide now.
Absolutely.
We have a couple of employees that work for us that live in another live in the
Right.
Philippines.
We talked to
We,
So
yesterday.
yeah, you're
Maya,
right, right, you're right in real
Nia,
time,
Nia,
right?
yeah,
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 Yeah, she's part of the team,
yeah.
man. Because if it wasn't for Nita and them, I don't know where I would be. Um, we usually do this at the end, but I want to get this out now because again, like you guys are talking about money and
Hmm.
how to get things funded. So how do the people get in touch with you guys? Whether it's your social media pages, website, phone number, what's the best way to get in touch with you guys and get the process going?
Okay.
well, we both have websites, so we can drop them in the comments.
Okay.
Through the website, you have access to our phone number, email. I'm in the renovation room.
Hmm.
Background. My
Yes.
father was a carpenter, right? He's been one for over 30 years.
Nice.
And so I've never been able to pick up the trade, right? He's never had time to really teach me anything. So I'm like a carpentry groupie. I love carpentry. I love Home Depot. I go in there, I don't have no business in there, but I just love the atmosphere and I love the craft. So I stay in the renovation room. I
Hmm.
typically post things in there as often as I can, information, resources, or sometimes just to come through and say, hey, what's up? So we'll drop both our web pages in the
Hmm.
comments. And again, you can access our phone number and emails through our web
And
pages.
That's
so,
cool.
what are some of the specialties or like the main thing that you would think people are like the misconceptions, and what are the things that people don't, are missing out when it comes to like getting money and loans and stuff like that when they're trying to get an investment property or just a property to live in?
You want me to?
I'll take
I'll tell
I'll take it. Go ahead.
you.
I'll let you go first, then I'll go after you.
Only because I recently have been dealing with some people from
Okay.
Chicago. Try to make sure I take care of
Hmm.
my.
Your
Hmm.
Yeah,
people.
I mean, they understand everything and they know how to be prepared. So one of the myths about being a new investor is one that it costs too much,
Okay.
can't afford it, right? That's usually a big thing. And so what people don't understand is when you're specifically purchasing investment property, there are a couple of ways to do it, right?
Okay.
So you can do house hacking, right? So I always
Hmm.
advise like single people, my single moms, to try house hacking first. So therefore, you're living on the property as well as renting part of the property out, right? So that's like one of the least expensive ways because you can find down payment funds that kind of take care of your down payment, or you can find yourself putting down only like 3%, right? And so I ask people to always do the actual math because 3% still sounds like a lot, right? But it's not as much as we think it is. So you got to use that calculator so you can see, so you can count the cost, as the Bible says, count the cost. And so another thing that I find that people don't understand is if you go an investor route to purchase as an investor through a product like DSCR, right? It's not based on your income. They're not income based. It's based on how much the property will generate. So the right property, grateful that I'm part of a company that can help people do market analysts. So we actually run the numbers for our clients so they can see how much money the property will generate, how much it'll appreciate, all those great things, all those great numbers. And that's actually what helps steer the loan. You do have to have some capital to go along with that, but just the fact that it is possible is not out of your reach.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
And to
Thank you.
add to that, structure, we go back to deal structure. And most of the time when investors come into the game, they want to know how the deal should be structured for them to put down as least money as possible. Everybody says least money as possible,
Right.
but it's not really a least money as possible in transactions where you're going to be an investor, because the investor is supposed to invest in the property, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I always say is always know what program you're going to use, so you'll know how much you can ask the seller to contribute to your closing costs. So most investor deals, it's only going to be 3% closing costs that the seller can contribute. But if you don't
Okay.
know to ask for it, you don't know to go ask. If you don't know to ask for the 3%, you won't have them to help you pay for your 10 or 20% down.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the conventional side where you can the straight traditional conventional where you can be putting down 10%, but you got to keep in mind that the mortgage insurance for that 10% down is going to make your cash flow lower. Then you have your hard money loan where you're doing fix and flip, where you can get into it with no experience. Most of the time, uh, investors run into the problem of having experience. They don't have any experience,
Okay.
but you can get into it with no experience, with 10% down. So the loan to cost is 90%, and the 10% down comes from the investor. But the seller for that particular deal could contribute 3%. So if you do the numbers, it's really only 7% down. seven
Okay.
percent down, and you can get into the deal, but they're gonna go off the as rehab value, the ARV. So
ARV.
so you
Okay.
buying it for 20. Well, I'm going on this our market. I know that's not in Chicago. Buying it for 20, selling it for 100. ARV is 100, but you got to put down 7%. That's $7,000. So that's round numbers. But I know as in your market it's probably a little different. But we help you to structure the deals so that once we get into underwriting, we're going to close. Because I know most of the time it's a time sensitive thing when it's hard money. You're going to be trying to close in 14 to 20 days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank y'all for that. And also I want to add this too. Pamela, as they said, they more nationwide, and Pamela has helped us grow our presence both in Memphis and now in
Okay.
Phoenix, in Arizona, where she is.
Oh
And
yeah.
I've actually been referring you guys. I think a couple of people. I won't call their name out, but I think a couple of people
Yeah.
might have reached out already
Okay.
Yeah.
to you guys. And then going forward, that'll be you guys based on our conversations and me seeing how you guys work. That'll be kind of increased. I'll just say it like that.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Because I feel like, of course, we want to increase ownership in our community. We
Oh
still
yeah.
got ways to go.
That's very
So
important.
being able to get the funding for that is very important. And a lot of people being first time home buyers or property owners,
Hmm.
not too long ago, I was probably third generation. I was lucky to be third, but a lot of us are first generation homeowners and we just don't know that. And even with the renovation room, I mean, I one of the things that I see and noticed at first is that you always see like the closing pictures that everybody take.
Yeah.
Of course
Yeah.
it's a great occasion.
Absolutely.
The people popping champagne and celebrating that closing. Me and Nita, we've been homeowners for together over 2003, so over 21 years.
Okay.
And
Congratulations.
thank you, man. So I remember, and actually the first one was a pretty much, you might as well say it was a flip,
Okay.
or a full gut
Yeah.
rehab. But what I noticed is we see that celebratory moment. But I always say, okay, as you guys know, home maintenance is real. There's always things that repairs are real with property.
Okay.
Uh, Roof, tuck pointing, siding, pipe breaks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So That's why I said, okay, I'll just be, this is a selfish moment here. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
It's okay. It's all good,
Uh,
bro. Do you?
so I would see those celebratory moments, and I love it. I mean, man, I love it to see it. But I would say, okay, this is where we come in, because now you own that property, and you're going to need to maintain it. You're going to have to learn how to maintain it.
Absolutely.
You're going to
Yeah.
have to learn about the different things you should be doing when it comes to maintaining your furnace and your systems in the home. So we come in behind y'all and support. So I appreciate it. Pam, knowing that your father was a carpenter, now
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
makes sense. Now it
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. He's one of the best. I'm sorry, yeah.
No, no, no,
He's one of
no,
he's
no.
one of
Say
the
it.
finest drywall painters you're gonna find in the city of Chicago.
Come on
Okay.
with
One
Good
of
stuff.
the
Well, is
best.
it? He
Good
needs to be in the
stuff.
renovation room then.
He
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
He recently had a brain aneurysm
Oh,
like
oh,
a year
Okay.
ago. So I have spoken to him about you guys. I told him all about the renovation room.
Good.
So I'm just like slowly, just waiting until he's ready to
yeah.
kind of come to some of your
Absolutely.
events.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really want him to come because I feel like he has a lot to offer a younger generation, and
Mm-hmm.
he's
Yes.
patient and he's so wise and the best storyteller you're gonna ever meet. So pick and choose what you believe. But yeah.
That's the
Already
best
know.
kind. Yes.
So
We
yeah.
can't wait to meet him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
sure.
gonna make sure I introduce you guys when he's
Good
ready to
stuff.
come to one of the events. I'll make sure you meet him prior to.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I love the renovation room. I've been waiting to be a part of the community to, provide whatever I have to offer. And if you don't mind, I just want to add
Mm-hmm.
to working with us is like working with the family because we're not absent after, like you said, you pop the champagne, you take the picture, you post it on Facebook. We're here throughout the duration of your ownership. It doesn't matter
Mm,
what you're buying, right? So if you think you're ready to buy something else and you're an investor and you want to know, should I buy right now? How
mm-hmm.
would it look if I buy? How can I use the property I have? We're still here. We're literally like your financial advisor when it comes to real
Okay.
estate.
I
So
want to.
we're here for everything. If you do have a
Yeah.
roof issue and you need money for your roof, where can I get that from?
Mm-hmm.
Come to us first so we
Yeah.
can say, no, sis, don't take this out the 401k. Let's see how much equity you have in the house. And let's see if we can structure a deal that will benefit. Maybe you got some debt, to go along with that roof. Let's take care of those credit cards and take care of the roof, at the same time. So
Yeah.
we're concerned about, your whole experience, of course, doing a deal, but where you're going after that financially. And we make sure that everybody can afford wherever it is that they're going and whatever they want to
I
do.
love that.
Good
Love
stuff.
that.
Good stuff.
Same.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I love that. I like you touched on the family part, and that's again like Nita kind of make fun of me sometimes, but we are family. You know what I mean?
Oh
It's certain,
yeah,
like
for
you
sure.
said, sis, I could give you solutions to some of these
Right.
problems. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to come out of your pocket or take out of your 401k or anything like that to fix that roof,
Right.
or like you said, include some of that debt in there because guess what? When you put that money into your property, like it's likely going to increase your
Right.
value in some percentage. Y'all, that's y'all
Oh
department.
yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
So no,
over the 30 years that I've been doing this, man, what I've learned is if you don't care about the person coming into the deal, don't even get into the deal with
mm-hmm.
them.
Yeah.
Don't even try to help the person if they can't understand what you're trying to guide, how you're trying to guide them. Because what we do is we look at the whole picture. We look at how much money they have saved, how much money they have in 401k, how much money they have in the IRA, insurance. Do you have life insurance? Do you have health insurance?
Yeah.
Is the person old enough to where when they get this property, are they taken away from something else in their life that they're
Mm-hmm.
going to need a substitute to come in
Right. Can they
and help
afford it?
them?
That's right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Could they even afford it? Are they putting themselves in harm way
Yeah.
when they get this property? So we're looking at all that, and we follow up with them on an annual basis, and we say, hey, how's everything going? Uh, and I get alerts all the time when people get behind on their mortgages. I get alerts,
Oh,
and I
wow.
call them and say, "Hey, what's going on, man? Is everything okay?" I called one of my guys yesterday,
Yeah.
me and Pam.
Nice.
He did a 203k loan a couple of years ago. He still ain't finished with the
Right.
house.
Oh
and he went
yeah,
into
yeah.
forbearance, and I was like, man, we need to look at trying to get you out of forbearance and get you into a conventional loan so you can use your FHA loans somewhere else.
Right.
So I call people all the time, and I try to help them and try to guide them. I give them the information. If they use it, it's up to
Right.
them. Some of them do, some of them don't, but most of them do, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's
So,
good.
but that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
That's great, man. That's great for sure. I was just sitting here jotting down stuff, Um, I actually we have a couple of, I don't know, even know the age group, but 29, 30, upper 20s, lower 30s. A couple
Hmm.
people man, me and neither one refer to y'all.
Okay.
I just thought it to get, and with saying that, do you guys kind of, like, say if somebody, you start off initially, you get the credit and the initial things, kind of help some people walk through the process to
Oh,
get to
absolutely.
become.
We
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to. Yeah, we do that. We kind of we build a case. What we're doing is building a case for
Hmm.
the underwriter. So I'll ask all the upfront stuff to make sure that once we get to the underwriting part of it, we figured it out already.
Mm.
And
Hmm.
we're like your lawyers to the underwriter. So we
Nice.
ask all the questions up front. We do the deposition, and then we Pam and I we're your lawyers to the
Yeah.
underwriter. So we
Nice.
ask all the
Okay.
questions. Yeah. So that's how we
I've
present
never
Oh, that's
to the
good.
underwriters.
heard it broken down like that. Yeah, you've been doing
Right.
this a while.
A
Yeah.
long time.
I
That's
like,
good.
yeah,
But
sure. Everybody, we understand what attorneys and lawyers. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
right.
for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I definitely, again, I'll be referring people you guys away for sure, as I've done
Appreciate that.
already. And
Appreciate that.
like I said, oh, and we here in support as well. So of course, I know you guys. I don't think you can directly refer, as I understand, contractors with 203. I don't know who in the transaction can directly
No,
refer.
that,
You
that's
can't.
that's not true. No,
Oh,
what
really?
I actually like for the 203K loan,
Hmm.
we like partnering with contractors, and any contractor that's in the group, please give us a call. We can help you build your business.
Mm-hmm.
We can help you. We can help you like scale your business. We also do business finance. We can also help you to put some components
Oh
to
man.
your business to help you grow your business as well with an SBA loan or any type of business transaction. We can do anything, any type of financing you can think of as it relates to contracting. We can help you scale your business.
Oh
So
man.
if you want to come up with a list of people that you want me and Pam to call
Mhm.
and say, hey, you had a scope of work done at your house, but you're trying to find some money to do the work. Let's look at how much equity you have in your property, and let's come up with a way to get it funded so you can get your work done on your house. So no, we encourage talking to all your contractors so we can help them to help themselves.
We got to talk. We
Nice.
got Pam. You and Nita, because I'm writing it down, but I would do so much I'll be forgotten. but but no, we got to talk because you just hit on something with the business improvement with the
Yes, sir.
and like helping contractors scale. Because I try to when I talked to Ernie and Sean a couple of weeks ago, we were talking. A couple of the contractors jumped in in the
Hmm.
comments stating that they want to get in more into 203Ks, but some of them aren't used to them or they don't know the process. So
Mhm.
no, this is great. We definitely be
We got
talking
a
to y'all.
whole team. Yeah, we got a whole team of 203K people. So for the ones that need to sign up with the 203K lender to be the actual contractor on that particular 203K loan,
Hmm.
we
Uh-huh.
we help the process to get them signed up.
Oh,
And once they get signed up, the scope of work that's done, we help them with that process.
oh, nice.
So it's a lot of moving parts to a 203K loan, but
Mhm.
we welcome signing up as many contractors as we can because you mentioned earlier building your community. In order to build our community, we have to have our people in place to build a community. If we're using other
Yeah,
people to
yeah.
build our community, then we're not really building our community. We
That's
just
facts.
Say
yeah.
it
So
again. Say it again.
yeah,
What you
yeah.
say?
Right,
Oh
right. We got to
man,
build our
yeah.
community ourselves.
Yes, indeed, for sure. That's definitely part of the mission for sure.
Yeah.
Um, well, I think what's up, Ed? We got one of our licensed electricians just jumped on here. He marketing too. Okay, yeah,
Hey, and
I love
Somebody
it.
had
Yeah,
mentioned, did you all talk about the question about the 800 properties in the city?
I
Somebody
didn't.
said somebody said I have a question about 800 properties the city took from the landlord that the
Oh,
city is selling, and how do we buy one?
Yeah, there's an article that came out where a lady, I guess she's one of the larger property, as far as number of properties, property owners in the city. And I think
Yeah.
I don't know if she has to sell them now or she's going to sell them, but it's like mostly vacant
Yeah,
lots, I think. But
yeah. It was a
Okay.
lot of lots.
yeah,
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 Oh,
trying to
okay.
they might be
do.
asking because maybe I guess getting financing to purchase lots
Yeah.
that's
That
what I was.
goes into the builder finance that Pam was mentioning earlier. That would be someone that has a line of credit large enough to do that project. But
Hmm.
our builder finance, most builders and developers, they go and they build, they fundraise and get equity to put down into deals, or they have a large line of credit.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
we can help you, do syndication deals. A syndication deal is when you get a group of people that pool their money together,
Hmm.
and they come up with the 20% down. So you
Hmm.
got 10 people to come up with the $200,000.
Right.
Someone gave 10, someone gave 50, but and their percentage in that that's called a syndication deal. We can help people with that. But
Okay.
Yeah,
but that's a project. That's called project financing.
yeah, yeah.
Sounds like a project.
Yeah, that's a project
Nita,
financing.
Nita, Rodrick is not playing tonight. You know what
Right. I'm like, that sounds like a huge
I'm taking
project.
notes. I'm taking notes over here. Nah, I truly appreciate y'all.
No
I'm trying to
problem,
think.
bro.
I don't want to be to get off of here and say I forgot
You know
something.
I'm
So is
from
there?
Memphis. You gotta let me cook. Let me cook.
Yeah, come on, cook, man. Come on.
Let me cook.
Super Bowl, Super Bowl in a week and a half, man. Got to cook. It's
For
time to
sure.
cook.
For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
So is there anything else that you guys want to put out there that maybe we didn't cover or that we forgot to ask? I'm trying to see if
Pam.
anybody else saying anything.
Oh, that's Ed. Ed said he's seeking to join the network as a contractor for the 203K loans.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Ed is
Let's
phenomenal. He's
go,
a
Ed.
phenomenal electrician in our association. I'm actually literally we bid and needed he about to do the electrical. Well, he sent the electrical bid for the Hope House project.
Right.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, so definitely will be we definitely will be connecting our contractors with you guys for sure.
Absolutely.
Because
We're
I think
looking
it's an
forward to it.
opportunity because in our community, as far as contractors, it's a lot of misnomers when it comes to 203Ks. I've been doing them a number of years. I've had some ups and downs with them, so I know I had to learn some things. I learned the good way, and I learned some things the bad way.
Yeah.
The one thing that I always tell guys, and me and Ernie kind of talked about this a couple of weeks ago, is as long as you know how to bid from the front on that bid on repairs or whatever you're bidding on, then you'll be fine. And I'm not saying bid it so that it's an unreasonable bid, but just get that construction budget right from the start. And I mean, you got a contingency anyway, which is usually
Mm-hmm.
like 10 to
10%.
15% if
All
you
right.
run into
All
anything
right.
else.
I
But
mean, I think
that's the only,
that's what any project you need to know how to bid on it
yeah, for sure.
because you don't
Absolutely.
want to underbid and then you sitting there trying to get money from somewhere else. So
Yeah,
you definitely want to make sure you get the the estimate right in the first
yeah.
place.
Yeah.
So we definitely will be like linking you guys. And I know Pamela will be on it too.
Oh yeah.
She be
Every
I
renovation.
Yeah.
love it. Pam, look, she had that meeting ready. I was like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Good job.
I got to talk to Nika first. No, I love it. I love it. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? We need that. And we need you guys' positive energy and your experience. And we looking forward to working with
we
y'all and
we
continuing even
Us as
more
well, man.
for sure.
I think you're doing great things.
Thank,
I think this is a great concept. I like the concept, and
thank you.
I think it could grow nationally. Even I was just talking to Pam yesterday. I was like, "What's up with the Memphis renovation room?" I was like, "We need." She was
Yeah,
like, "Let's get some contractors." So yesterday I started calling people to be added
Come
to the
on, man.
Memphis
Thank,
renovation room.
Yes,
thank
Yeah.
that's
you.
what
Yeah,
we
I love it.
need.
Yeah.
yeah. I need
So
to
yeah,
Memphis.
we're here.
So,
We're here as partners. We're gonna help you build out your and
I
scale
have
your
family in
business.
Memphis, so
Yeah,
Oh,
come
yes,
on
me
down. Let's eat
too.
some barbecue.
yeah, I know.
We'll take you to eat some
yes.
They got
barbecue.
us on a
Yeah.
barbecue. I'm sorry, Chicago. They I was like, what was that restaurant we went to, Nita? Rendezvous or
Rendezvous
something? Man,
downtown.
yeah,
Oh
Right.
yeah,
yes, we bought
you remember?
the rub back. I think we still got
It's
the
the
little
rub.
the rub they
Yeah.
sell.
Yeah,
Oh man,
you
great.
can go online and get the rub online. You can get
Yeah,
Oh
they'll
yeah,
send
okay.
you the barbecue sauce and everything online.
yeah,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
yeah, man. So no, I truly appreciate y'all. I think is that everything, Nita? We got everything. Did we get everything, Pam?
I
Yes,
think
Pam.
I did. I know I have a post in the renovation room. I don't know if anybody's on here who's seen it, but I'm a stickler for zero vacancies for our people that have investment property, because what sometimes people don't understand is when you sign off on that paperwork as an investor saying that this is how much the property is going to generate, that's expected to happen like immediately, right? And so not having vacancies messes with your contract, actually, because part of that contract is that you're going to keep vacancies on. They lent you the money, right,
Right.
based on the numbers. So you
Right.
have to keep up with the numbers, and not only that, you want to show growth of your numbers, right, so that when it's time to get the next piece, you can put down lesser money, right, or have maybe an increase on your loan. So I posted something. I do have a resource. Like I say, I don't leave my people once they sign on the dotted line. We're in a partnership. We besties, real estate
Right.
besties.
We go
We best
together.
friends. We are
For real,
best
for real.
friends. So if I hear a coupon or whatever going out on the real estate on my side, I'm like, girl, you got to get on this.
That's okay.
So that's what I just did in the renovation room. So I have a resource that does housing placement for veterans.
Nice.
Okay.
It's really easy. And so what I'm trying to get people to understand is when you sign up for a government program, although it may not give you the highest market rent, right, that you may want, it's a numbers game. So they do base everything on the least in the area. So if you like in a iffy, area, don't be tripping about them giving you 1,200 versus 1,400. You understand what
Right.
I'm saying? Because you're in a lender contract and you can't afford to have vacancies. You need zero vacancies, right? So if you don't have the money to adhere for those extra 2 units, you need those units full until you figure out how to get the 1,400. It's consistent income. They pay you every single month. They pay you on time. They help you vet the person, and they also help support during the duration of the tenant being there. So it's great for first time investors who are
Investors. Yeah.
a landlord. You know what I'm saying? So you
And
got that extra support to pick up a phone and say, hey, Janie, John tripping, he keep on smoking on the property. That's a breach of contract. They'll come step in, they'll talk to Johnny, say, hey man, you on this voucher, you want to keep it, stop smoking over here, boom, you're done, right? So that's support that you would not have if you vetted that person by yourself, right?
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
that.
So that's
That's
what I'm doing now in
dope.
the renovation room. But I'm very hands-on because I don't want to mess up the connect, right? So I'm vetting the people that are interested before I send them
Oh,
over.
I saw the
Okay.
post. Yeah, I know you saw. I did see your
Yeah,
post.
so I
You,
got two of
yeah,
your people so far.
nice,
Waiting to
nice.
have the section
Nice.
done. So I'm gonna take a couple more.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
now y'all put a face with a name because this video is gonna be on there. So
Oh,
not a
okay.
scam.
Yeah.
So she's not a scammer. You know, we gotta
No.
put. That's why the first you notice I led with Roger. Man, what y'all do? How long y'all been doing this?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
right, right,
yeah.
right.
building that. But no, I did see that post. You got a nice amount of feedback
Yeah.
on
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I also want to let you guys know about it's a VA renovation
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
loan that we could do for you
Yeah.
guys. It's a USDA renovation loan for your rural areas like Crete and Monique, University Park.
Mhm.
It's a USDA renovation loan, just like the 203K.
Oh,
And
Start something.
yeah, so we have those to offer to you guys as well.
I feel
Nice.
like I need to go out there and get property
Yeah,
then.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
And we have something called the one-time close where you can buy the land, build the property, and it all cash under
Yeah.
one loan.
Nice. Oh
Buy the
wow.
land, build the property,
Oh,
one loan. It's called the
wow.
one-time
One.
close.
Oh.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. Once
Yeah.
I close.
Mhm.
Well, we
Hmm.
appreciate y'all. I don't want to keep y'all too
Yes.
long. And then, like I said, I appreciate you guys signing up for our association. What I tell everybody to sign up is we work for y'all. So
No, we
please
work for
feel free
you,
to
right?
post as much as you want on any of the
Yeah.
platforms. If y'all need anything from us, if you need anything sent out, I'm definitely going to link our contractors with you guys. We got about
Yeah.
150 plus contractors
Wow.
of all
We
types
look
in
forward
our
to it. We
so
look
we'll be
forward to
linking
it.
them with you guys. And or you can just send me what you want. Well, I'll give it y'all. We'll coordinate it. We'll
Yeah.
coordinate.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and other than that, I'm here to serve y'all, and we're here to serve y'all.
We are here
Yeah,
to serve you guys.
That's
yeah,
right.
I know. I said,
You always saying you
Jump
like
in there, girl.
yeah.
Right. Jump right in there, girl.
So
Well, we
yeah, we like
appreciate y'all, man.
this video for people to be able to see in the future and
Okay.
everything. So if that's okay
Okay.
with y'all,
Oh yeah.
No,
we
no, it's
Sure.
perfectly okay.
cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. We appreciate y'all taking the time tonight to allow us to do this, and we look forward to rocking and rolling.
Let's do it.
Let's change the community.
Let's do
Let's
it.
make some
yes.
things happen.
Look, come
Hey,
on,
send
Rod.
me
Let's
a
go.
Yeah,
official hard
good
hat.
stuff.
Send me a
Good
hard hat
stuff.
so I can show my daddy.
Yes.
All right.
I'm right up.
Y'all have a good night. Have a good
All right.
All
weekend.
right,
You
All
you
right. Bye
too.
too.
bye.
Thank you
Good
very much.
night.
All right.
Bye.
Good
Good night.
night.